guy. He's currently one of the top 10. He's been top 10 before. He's been top 20 before. He also kind of came out of nowhere when Bayonetta was released. Him and Sam Sora at the same time came up at, what was it, Clutch City Clash, I believe.
Yeah, I remember like hearing about CaptainZack, and he had just beat somebody good, and I was like, who's this Jim? And then come to find out, this man is actually godlike. And he is here to prove, guys, it is not just a one-trick pony with the Bayonetta. I mean, this is a kid, you know, I don't think it's documented really well, but CaptainZack had a history of Brawl as well. I think he played Olimar, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. So I don't completely quote me on that, but I do believe that was the case. So my man's definitely been around.
I thought he maybe would have played Peach in Brawl, because I did hear that he played a bit of Wi-Fi. But that's crazy, man. CaptainZack played Olimar? Whatever. We'll talk about it later. I'm
Figure it
gonna
out,
ask
man. He's
him
got to play SuperGirlKels right now, so it ain't going to be easy. No doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely a player who's been on the receiving end of some controversy just because of the character he plays. You know, he likes to dance on you when he wins. Like, I think that's godlike, man. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. It's like, yeah, I play the most broken character in the game. What of it?
Awesome.
Either way,
you know what? I just remember he had an Olimar, but he played Peach.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. I just thought about it. Like, wait a minute. Nah, CaptainZack. He wasn't no Olimar main. Like, yeah, he's playing Peach. And you know what's crazy? Like that Peach, I feel like he's just so lethal here in Smash 4. We know Peach is just obviously a better character than obviously what we saw in Brawl. And Zack he's been tremendous. His performance in doubles was fantastic. Now struggling just a little bit though against Kels.
Oh, almost with that air dodge read. I think if she went for up air, it would have been the stock. But either way, CaptainZack kind of bleeding out here. He keeps going for this Peach bomber in the corner when Kels is in spin dash. But you got to be aware, as soon as she releases that, Sonic is invincible for what I believe is 6 frames or something in that ballpark. And that's going to anti-air any sort of approach. So you got to just let Sonic let it rip first, and then you make your move.
Right, and I mean, you know, that's very true because, I mean, this just in general could be a pretty tough match for Peach to go at.
And just going for these floats, but that's not going to change anything. If Sonic releases the spin dash, whether you're above him, right in front of him, it's still going to be within that window of invincibility frames. And man, SuperGirlKels almost with more than a stock lead here, on the verge of lapping CaptainZack.
Yeah, victory over here for Kels. I mean, that would be, what, 2 PGR players on her road to top 8 here at Dreamhack Montreal.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a secondary or not. I mean, Esam uses secondary technically, but that's Samus, of course, we see a lot more than CaptainZack's Peach.
Feel that. CaptainZack still has not found the formula to get this first stock off a very game SuperGirlKels. Trying to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Kels, but she is just fading and dodging everything right now. Looking on the verge of a 2 stock, not
more
quite
like the
yet.
2 count right there.
I'm telling you.
Kels hanging on, or I'm sorry, CaptainZack hanging on. Though he's just on the chase down a little bit too hard. Kels so content to corner herself because she knows CaptainZack is going to come at me. He's going to make some kind of aggressive move, and I'm just going to release that spin dash over and over again. Why change it up if it keeps working?
I don't agree with you anymore.
This is not a matchup that I would pick Peach in, man.
No, I told you, man. Peach definitely struggles a little bit here. I think Zack, you know, even if he's not content to use Bayonetta, I mean, you kind of gotta might do a little exploring too. I mean, I've seen Zack play, I think, Rosalina before. I think I've seen him play Wii Fit as well. So we do have a couple of options there in the tank. We'll see if he elects to go into any of them, or just switch the stage a little bit and stick with the Peach. You know.
Crazy as it sounds, man, I think Wii Fit Trainer might be the play.
Yeah.
Just having a charged projectile, if you know your opponent's content to hang out in the corner, pick defensive options, let you come to them, no better answer than something like that Sun Salutation. But it looks like instead, you're right, Philly's just going to change up the scenery a little bit. We're going to go to Battlefield. And with the ground shrunken in a little bit, maybe this will benefit CaptainZack. Doesn't have to chase down as much.
Yeah, I could agree with that. See how it pans out right now. I mean, Kels, we saw her in 2 terrific sets against games against Esam on this stage. She did not falter. The victories over that Pikachu and the Samus at that. Right now could be on her way to a win over CaptainZack's Peach. Of course, has its spurts of greatness, but just kind of overwhelmed in that first exchange.
She's barely taking any damage, man.
Yeah.
CaptainZack, I don't think you locked in the right character here in this game, too. Game 1 should have told you all you needed to know, but now Kels is just reminding you in an even more serious fashion. It's like, nah, I really meant don't go Peach.
Well, I mean, it's a straight up beat down. Oh, man. Goodness.
Yeah. Now, let's be real, man. This Peach is no joke, right? It made it to winner's quarters already.
Yeah.
So you can't just say, you know what, CaptainZack's a fraud without Bayonetta. Nah,
that's not the case.
He had to get through some names to get here.
It's just Kels is just like showing that she has like really good mastery, I would say, of this particular matchup, and the fact that I feel like Peach already just has her struggles with Sonic regardless of that. So those factors are just really making it that much more difficult for CaptainZack. Who you gotta imagine if another 2-stock is kind of on the horizon here, it's gonna be a character switch. Either way you look at it. You can just see CaptainZack kind of going into autopilot mode every time Kels is in the corner. Peach bomber, Peach bomber, Peach bomber, over and over again. And you got to check yourself. Again, it hasn't worked, I think, more than one time. All right, just going to pick up another spin dash into back air. Every time Kels lands one of those, that's a good 10 to 20%, depending on the aerial to follow. And CaptainZack unable to keep up with this pace that she's setting. I mean, I know Sonic's the fastest thing alive, but you know, there's a human controlling him. This human is quite skilled, to say the least. CaptainZack finding that out the hard way. Again, in danger of being on the receiving end of yet another 2-stock. That forward smash just barely missing his mark. Zack trying to find an opening.
Just way too hungry for these kills. Not getting the corner pressure he's looking for. And Kel's not going to fall into something like that. A large commitment on that charge up smash. She's looking cool as a cucumber at this point.
Absolutely.
Oh, and the spring just going to block off that option to return to the ledge.
Kind of running circles around Zack thus far. And every single time, man, you called that autopilot, man. Good Lord, turn it off, man. Come on. Give me something else, baby.
Give me some Wii Fit training.
You know what you're capable of, but this is just not the showing I'm sure Zack would have liked to have thus far. And that's going to be a wrap. Another 2-stock for SuperGirlKels, defending home turf here in Montreal. She is one game away from making it to top 8 winner's side at Dreamhack.
That's a guaranteed 5th place. Absolutely no joke whatsoever. CaptainZack, man, if he wants to claim that for himself, I think he's going to need to make some serious changes, but no, it looks like he's locking in Peach and the same stage yet again.
I get it, Zack.
If I see one more Peach bomber into a spin dashing Sonic in the corner, though,
I get it.
I'm going to be tight.
It's one of those things where like you know how good you are with the character, and to just be flat out curb stomped, you're just like, your pride, your stubbornness, it won't allow for that. So Zack's just thinking to himself, look, I know what I can do. I know I can get a game, okay? It's just about showing y'all I can do it, all right? So that's just got to be. Or maybe he's just stubborn as hell, and you know, nothing I said makes any sense. But nonetheless, man, we got Peach for game number 3. CaptainZack not willing to let this one go. We'll see if he can turn things around right now.
I just don't think Peach is the pick, man. This ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it, bruh.
This ain't it, Captain.
Nah, Kels is the captain now.
Oh, all right.
I'm keeping it real, man.
All right, Phillips.
It is what it is. She has taken control of this ship, and my man getting tossed all the way overboard unless somehow this game 3 can yield some better results than those first 2.
Zack looking like he's steering the ship a little bit, but I don't know if it's too little too late at this point. Charging that up smash on the edge. Why, man? I don't know. I just feel like he's too eager to hit Kels, and that's the exact opposite of how you need to fight against Sonic.
Just really not having quite enough patience, though I am like what I'm seeing off stage for the moment. Or keeping her off stage, I would say.
Coming from a background of playing Bayonetta, be a lot more reckless with your aggression. The character just can afford you that luxury. But Peach, slow to close the distance, not any great evasive options. A lot of stuff just not safe on aerial approaches against Sonic, who can anti-air you so effectively.
Right.
I think you're going to really have to see Zack completely alter his game plan. I mean, so far it's been working out. We finally see him in the lead.
This is a much closer contest. Kind of probably maybe something we were expecting to see from the start, but that's just not how it panned out. However, Zack, with his first lead of this set, a fragile one though at 127, needs to be careful here on his way to trying to extend this one.
All right, I'm not seeing those reckless side Bs into the corner anymore. It looks like Zack has got his head back on straight. See how he's able to play with the stock lead, though, because what's been the problem for him is he's making these poor choices in approaching Kels, but now he doesn't have to anymore. But if he doesn't build any extra credit before Kels takes this stock, then the race will be back on.
Absolutely.
He'll have to start pressing forward again.
Yeah.
I like this. Zach showing, you know, man, I was still a player before Bayo came out. I had this peach for a good 2 years.
Yeah, all peach for the duration of this tournament has been the go-to for CaptainZack. And now perhaps going to finally get on the board here. Slight lead, but we'll see if he can maintain it. Kels has shown time and time again throughout contests we've seen her throughout this tournament, Max, that she's no stranger to making comebacks.
Just about 35% down here. Not the biggest hill to climb, but CaptainZack looking like he's intent on just waiting this out more. Now, you see, he just goes in with the aerial approach, and Kels is so ready. Sonic thrives off of opponents jumping in on him, almost like Daigo in Street Fighter.
Such a good comparison. Ooh. All right, just like that, Kels with the lead.
All right, yeah, she's claimed this one back. Oh, okay, CaptainZack finally landing a Peach Bomber into Sonic in the corner.
Been his most successful go-to, but on that occasion, got him a little bit of damage.
Kels with almost enough time to land that second up air, but instead, gonna have to keep scrapping here. CaptainZack looking a little bit better. Bringing it to a last hit scenario almost.
And we are kind of coming up on the 2-minute mark as well. It's been a very patient duel in this game 3.
It's exactly how you have to fight against Sonic and with Sonic.
Right.
Oh, is that going to do it? No, not quite.
Kind of shook me too.
One of the strongest moves in Peach's arsenal, but just not enough juice. Oh, almost waiting out the air dodge, but I just don't think she got enough altitude to catch him.
Oh, wound it up though, the paracel, just the tip. Enough to prevent any kind of action, but SuperGirlKels in the middle of the stage finds a way to get it done. Kels now qualified for winner's side top 8 here at Dreamhack Montreal, en route of defeating 2 PGR players. Damn, girl. Damn.
2 really highly ranked PGR players, might I add. Yeah, both within the top 20, I believe. ESEM is, or is ESEM like 21 or 22 right now? Yeah, yeah. Okay.